Hello, everyone. Welcome to another video from Simply Nerdy. I'm your host, Steven, and today I'm going to be reading to you some of the Silverlight Agency Scadrial Field Office, F.I.L.E, or F.I.L.E, which stands for Field Intelligence and Logistics Essentials. This year at Dragonsteel Nexus, we have a set of quests and stories that we are tasked to do. Simply Nerdy decided to focus on the Scadrial pathway. So we're going to be reading to you the stories that we have uncovered as we have completed our tasks and quests. I'll show you some pictures. I'll read the story to you as we complete them at Dragonsteel this year. So sit back, enjoy the story, and just know that I am no Michael Kramer, so it's not going to sound as awesome as Michael Kramer, but I'm going to do my best. The Nexus Adventure Game, a Silverlight Agent Adventure. Despite Phil personally calling you into his office to receive the details of your assignment, he is gone when you arrive. A note sits atop a beautifully printed case file. If Phil spent less on lovely printing, perhaps there would be more to spend on active investigations. The note reads, "So sorry to miss you. Bureau administrative task requires my attention elsewhere. Everything you need should be in your F.I.L.E. The field intelligence and logistics essentials aren't for nothing. Fortune be with you, agent." At least you'll get into the field a few hours earlier than any agent stuck in one of Phil's long-winded briefings. What he would take 10,000 words to say F.I.L.E. would accomplish in a single page. You could open your assignment to learn why you've been called in for priority bureau business. Rumors have been circulating about a large-scale deployments to other planetary systems, but that was weeks ago. It seems your turn has finally come. Destination? Scadrial. It's been a hotspot among the realmatically aware for over a century, but the details in your file still catch you off guard. The whispers you've heard from passing world hoppers are no longer rumors. Now they're confirmed. F.I.L.E, the Bureau's most prominent agent, at least in the public eye, has gone missing. Your orders are clear. Find him, or determine what he has uncovered. Your file includes excerpts from F.I.L.E's journal. Throughout the entries, he mentions the Canton of Bone. You've never heard of that branch of the Steel Ministry, but if F.I.L.E marked it, it must matter. You'll need to cast a wide net if you're going to unravel what he found. You don't miss the fact that other operatives have failed in this mission. Whether or not F.I.L.E is alive, you'd best be off. It sounds like things are quickly coming undone, and it's a long trip to Scadrial. At least you've got some light reading. As you travel towards Scadrial, you're reminded how difficult it is to navigate the shifting expanse of the cognitive realm. When you arrive on Scadrial, the mists are sparse and still, as if the world is holding its breath. Your initial investigations take you through Ellendale, a city that feels nearly as bustling as Silverlight. While you aren't yet able to pin down anything concrete about this Canton of Bone, your search attracts some attention. You find a park bench in the 6th octant that overlooks the canal near Hamandar Bay and sit to study your notes. A man joins you, dueling cane in hand. "Don't look at me," the man says with a deep, gravelly voice. "Keep reading your little book. Friend of the colorful one." You turn your head slightly to glimpse a man in your preparatory. He's dressed like a nobleman who has seen better times. "Russ," he says through clenched teeth. "Do you want us both killed? Head down." You notice a gold canine tooth that appears to have been painfully pushed into place before you look away. "With the information you have been looking for, you are lucky I found you first. People have vanished for less. I don't care who sent you," he continues. "The survivor, Harmony, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to stay alive. There's a rally tonight, a demonstration." He tells you how to find the Canton, but it won't be easy. "They don't just let anyone in," he warns. "When I finish speaking, I'm going to stand up and leave, walking east. You will not look in my direction. I will leave behind an Evanotype of the warehouse where they are meeting tonight. You'll need a code to get in. That'll be up to you to crack." He makes good on his promise, walking away as though he merely stopped to rest his feet. As promised, in his place is an image of a warehouse marked with a distinct graffiti. Myths and bones are the most prominent motif, along with a paper containing a coded message, the passcode you'll need to decipher. By your best estimation, the warehouse is not far from here, westward, to the rail yard. Night falls in a few hours. If the gold-toothed man is to be believed, you need to crack that code fast. It's only after he's left that you're struck by the old nature of your meeting with the gold-toothed man. You only have more questions as you look down at your notes, placing the Evanotype with your other scraps of evidence. Charts, names, and coded notes, it's a mess. You look at this case and you solve the puzzle. It was definitely not easy, and it took a lot to figure it out, but you decipher the code. The code reads, true balance claimed through blood. Satisfied, the Canton acolytes usher you into the abandoned warehouse. Hundreds have gathered, faces half hidden beneath hoods and shadow. The air is thick. The silence is the kind that hums with expectation. After several long minutes, the hooded figure emerges from the darkness, followed by masked attendants. The crowd parts without a word as he approaches a dais at the far end of the hall. Rather than standing above them, he sits on its edge, at their level, yet somehow commanding all attention. Sharp bones show beneath his translucent skin. He's a kandra, and judging by the reverence in the room, a prophet. He begins his sermon. I remember when our God walked among us, he says. I served him. I watched him fall. Then came the next. Where one walked with us, the other sleeps. One action, the other idleness. One visionary, the other consolidation. Now we watch the world rot beneath him. The kandra stands and walks through the crowd, gazing into the eyes of his followers, into your eyes, voice sharpening. This is not harmony. Where is the harmony in poverty? The same wealthy people once kept in control now hold unbridled power. They are his favored. Allomancy is their crown, and the mist their scepter. Mercifully, the dead god still speaks to us. I was given the chance to follow his path. He offers you the same. Hemalurgy is your right. Reclaim what was taken, the power in our blood. Canton acolytes pass out a leaflet containing a primer on the cult's dogma. The Harmony Cause, a solution to the troubles that ail us. In better times, it was common for man to turn to higher powers. The page goes on, a mendeering tirade about the state of things in Ellendale. On the back, there are numbers, no coordinates. The Canton Bone wanted many F.I.L.E dead. Once you dead, they are planning something, and perhaps this is what Min F.I.L.E left to stop. What the Bureau can stop. You need to piece together these coordinates and uncover their plans. This harmony clause could jeopardize the Cosmere itself. You shouldn't be here. The air is thick as you slip through the crowd. At the Canton of Bone's rally, they chant in unison, their words echoing off the walls like strikes of a hammer. You keep your head down, analyzing the old leaflet you were given. One shall be born in 3 echoes, for flesh must not forget its false maker. One shall answer the call, bending marrow to the true faith. 3 shall labor, and 3 shall watch, yet none shall claim to see the truth. One shall rise from 4 graves, taking strength from what was forsaken. 4 shall guard remembrance, and 2 shall bleed to preserve it. 1 shall vow, and 1 shall breathe. All others shall return to dust. 2 shall walk in the shadow, while 3 shall speak the old name. 3 shall burn, and 4 shall awaken, for the ash remembers all. 3 shall sever, and 2 shall restore, completing the sacred pattern. 1 shall die, for 5 to rise, that the flesh may be remade eternal. As you decipher the code, you decipher the code to be kandra home. You don't have any time to celebrate your discovery. The kandra turns and points directly at you. My brothers and sisters, this is a world hopper. Hushed murmurs break out among the crowd. I have dealt with their sort before, the kandra says. I offer you a kindness, traveler. You have come here and learned the truth, just like the rest of these good people. Take up the path carved for us by the Lord Ruler and his chosen. Will you rise with the Canton of Bone, or remain a pawn to a weak god? You stand. This is all too much. You refuse. Pity. The others made the same choice, and you will meet the same end. He gestures dismissively to his surrounding cultists. Whatever gifts this one has, take them. Vartoon will be most pleased to receive their power. They encircle you and attack. You survive the violence of the Canton of Bone cultists. During the fight, they called out the name of their leader, the Jakik, a kandra who denies harmony and follows someone called Vartoon. This is the same individual as the Lord Ruler's chosen? The Canton of Bone preaches that hemalurgy, a vicious, invested art, is an equalizing force, a gift of power left by the Lord Ruler for them to correct the inevitable wrongs of his successor. Hemalurgy as balance. Preposterous. You collect what you can of the cultist literature. This Dejekik has obviously forsaken the first contract's directive to not kill humans. Hemalurgy all but requires murder in its application. In your obsessive study of the scattered leaflets, you find a critical piece of information. It directs you to a location you thought lost to the Cosmere. The homeland, the hidden world of the kandra. With its location revealed, you move. The long-abandoned home of the kandra is quiet. Within the twisting tunnels and the dark caverns, you navigate the labyrinth, a task you are well suited to accomplish. Few outsiders are permitted in the kandra homeland. You descend anyway. Driven by the cave's history and the urgency of your mission, your task is to chart a safe path, which you eventually do. As you work your way through the tunnels, you hear voices ahead. You peek out and see Dejekik on a dais with 3 of Scadrial's disillusioned and desperate kneeling before him. Dejekik stands before his audience in a cavernous room where the kandra's first generation once organized their people. Your blood chills as he smiles. In mere days, we will bear witness to the full realization of the Harmony Clause. I offer you the chance to aid its completion, to rise above the whims of the immaterial mist, to claim the rightful power promised to us by our lost ruler. Approach and be blessed. The 3 rise as the Jakik retrieves iron spikes from a jar full of blood, 1 for each of them. With inhuman force, he drives a spike into each acolyte's chest. They collapse and writhe on the ground. You're frozen in horror. The Jakik notices you before you regain control and hide. Children of Vartoon, a dog of harmony trespasses, he says. This infiltrator will be the first to feel the power of your blessing from Vartoon. Vartoon, the broken mind behind the Harmony Clause, behind Minfall's disappearance in the Canton of Bone. The 3 stand too quickly and turn with feral intent, and the earth cracks under their heels. This is the work of hemalurgy. We ascend, the Jakik says. Ensure they do not join us, and perhaps you will receive another blessing directly from Vartoon's hand. He retreats into the cavern as the three rush in your direction. A single thought rolls through your mind like a crashing wave. Survive. The end of Act 1. There you have it, guys. That is the story of the first day of Dragonsteel Nexus 2025. Stay tuned and we'll have the other two parts of the story revealed shortly. And if you guys like this content, please subscribe, like, and ring the notification bell so you know whenever we have another video go live. And until next time, keep it nerdy.